If you're using Claude Code just to write basic script or debug few lines, you're using it about only 10% of what it can actually do. There are 6 insane Claude skills that you need to install right now, because 3 of them will completely change on how you write code, and the other 3 will literally build a business that will make money for you while you are sleeping. And what's the crazy part is 90% of the people have never even heard about these skills. I'm going to walk you through all 6 of them, and I'm going to tell you exactly what they do. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which skill you need to install right now to get ahead of 90% of the people. But that's not it. At the end of this video, I'm going to share some of the bonus skills that everyone need to have on your Claude Code. Starting with number 1, we have Claude Code Voice. Now this is the one that is going to completely blow your mind, because it completely breaks the textbook paradigm. From the textbook paradigm, I mean most of the things that we do are currently happening in the textbook inside the Claude Code. Normally you are stuck at your laptop for hours typing and babysitting your AI. But with this skill, you can literally have a voice conversation with your Claude Opus 4.8 over your mobile phone. Here's the real life example you can relate with. So you're driving back home and you realize there is a bug in your code, or you need to do some research or sort some files on your computer. Instead of pulling it over and typing it, you just dial a phone number to your Claude Opus 4.8, you talk through everything that needs to be done over your phone, and when you hung up, Claude go through all of that while you're not physically present at your desk. If you ever wanted to feel like Tony Stark talking to Jarvis, this is it. It is best for brainstorming, debugging skills, and code reviews when you are away from your laptop. Now every skill I'm about to show you is built on top of Claude, giving it more power. Which brings us to number 2, Dev Browser. This is the one that gives Claude Code an actual hand to do stuffs on browser. Up until now, Claude was trapped in a text box, has a very little access to the webs, and was unable to do stuffs on the browser. Dev Browser is a sandbox browser automation tool that helps AI agent controls a real web browser. It can open Chromes, navigate to pages, click buttons, fill out forms, and take screenshots using the full Playwright API. Now you guys thinking why this is a game changer? Because if you have ever thought Claude could just scrape my competitor's page without me having to write a Selenium script, this is it. It runs in a completely secured sandbox environment, and it is best for any task where Claudes really need to interact with the live web. But for some reason, if you don't want to install this dev browser, you can also use this skill called scraping. It is similar to what the dev browser can do without you leaving your Claude Code text box. And that brings us to skill number 3, which is books to skill. And this is the one that is going to fundamentally change how you retain knowledge from the books. So here's the problem. You buy a lot of books, or you have a lot of PDFs teaching you how to be a good at communication or being better at some skills. You read it once, and 3 months later you can't remember a single framework from chapter 7. And if you think you are genius and you're going to ask Claude about the chapter 7 and summary of it, it start hallucinating you and giving some generic answers, which is not actually useful in the long run. This book to skill solve this by reading all your PDFs and documents and turning them into a structured on-demand skill. It extracts the mental model, create glossary, and break it down chapter by chapter. Now when you ask it about chapter 7, it doesn't guess. It reads the exact pages from that chapter and tell you the exact correct answers. Now I'll tell you my secret way on how it can be useful to literally anyone in the world. If you are in college and you need to make some assignment, or you have to do some research work on some certain topic, what you can do is find the book to the certain topic, and you can just hand it over to Claude with this skill, and the Claude will literally answer based on the book itself. And that is how your teachers and your boss will never be able to find out how you completed that work so fast. Now I'll tell you with one more example. Suppose you are heavily inspired with Alex Hormozi and you really wanted to learn all his business tactics, all his business works without even you taking his expensive courses online. What you can do is grab all his books, hand it over to Claude, and boom, you can really ask any question related to your business, any advice you need from it, and it will literally mimic the brain of the Alex Hormozi without even him present with you. And the possibilities are endless. You can just think of it on your own. Now before moving on to the next skill, it would just take a second for you to just go and hit the subscribe button. It would really help the channel out to grow, and you will be updated with the future videos as well. Now on number 4, we have auto research. This skill is based on Andres Karpathy's concept of autonomous iterations. Let me tell you with the example. It helps us to fill the gap between two different knowledge that we currently have. Suppose you want to make a pizza for yourself. You have the ingredients of it, but you don't actually know at what temperature the oven need to be set and what exact procedures need to get followed. You'll end up making a very bad pizza for yourself. But with the help of this skill, Claude can just auto research about the exact procedures that need to get followed. It will literally take few minutes and your knowledge gap will be filled. This skill will literally save you a lot of time by doing hours of research in few minutes. So coming on to the fifth skill, we have GEO SEO Claude. For those who don't know, GEO stands for Generative Engine Optimization, and it helps AI to discover your business. Now many of you have noticed that people are shifting to AI for searching basic things around them. And if you own a business and you want AI to recommend your business to the people searching on AI, you need to get optimized for GEO. And the fact is, while everyone is obsessed on ranking on Google, the AI search traffic is increasing by 527% year over year. If you are not optimized for ChatGPT, Perplexity or Gemini, you will eventually become invisible to your potential customers. This skill runs a generative engine optimization audit on your website and check if the AI crawlers are allowed to read your website or not. Scores your citability and tells you exactly how to structure your content so that AI models can actually recommend your brand. It is the difference between fighting for ranking on Google and getting recommended by the AI. If you have a SaaS agency or any type of business, this one is for you. Now coming on to the last and the final skill, and probably the one which will make the most money for you, is the AI sales team. This is not just a coding tool. This is an entire AI powered SDR team living on your terminal. You type one command and it launches 5 parallel agents. One researches the company, one finds out the decision maker, and one scores the lead using the band and the medic framework. And the one writes the highly personalized 5 email outreach sequence. It gives you a prospect a score out of 100 and tell you exactly who to call and draft the emails. With this, you can just replace the $60,000 a year sales development replacement with just a single slash command. It is best for founders, agency owners, or anyone who needs to bring in revenue without spending hours on LinkedIn and other social media. Now here comes the bonus section. Any of the skill that I mentioned above will make no sense if you ended up paying thousands of dollars in AI credits every single month. Optimizing for tokens on your Claude Code is as important as using other skills to make your life easier. And for that, you really need these 3 skills to get installed on your Claude Code. The first one is Caveman, that will reduce the output tokens while giving you the proper context of what it wants to say in less words. The second one is ClaudeMem. This will solve the problem of AI forgetting everything in the new session. It acts as a persistence memory across your session. And the third one is the context mode. The context mode is a context window optimization for AI coding agents. I personally use this for myself. This literally saves a lot of token for me. Now here comes the summary. Claude voice code for calling, dev browser for giving Claude actual hands to scrape through your websites, auto research for filling the knowledge gaps, GEO SEO Claude for search engine and generative engine optimization, AI sales team for doing your sales, and book to skills for converting any of your book to the actual skills. And in the bonus, we have Caveman, ClaudeMem, Context Mode, and Superpower by Obra and Graphify. I haven't explained what Superpowers and Graphify tools do, which I'll do in the next video.